If you drive an electric vehicle, it's going to become a little easier to find a charging port in Fort Wayne. That's thanks to a new initiative by the city and a grant through the Indiana Department of Environmental Management. Fox 55's Caleb Saylor has more on the plan to electrify Fort Wayne and is live along West Jefferson to tell us a little more about it.
Yeah, the technology for electric vehicles have actually come a long way, and some EVs nowadays have ranges of upwards of 300 miles, so you may not need a charging station as often as you may have needed them in the past. But if you do, you need to know where they are, and unless you're a Tesla owner, that's a problem for electric vehicle drivers here in the city, because the current situation is that these electric charging stations, they don't talk to each other, they don't emit information, they don't tell you whether they're being used, so you don't exactly know where they are or if they're being used, like I mentioned. But the city is hoping to solve that issue and set themselves up for success in the future by installing a new network of charging stations throughout the city.
The more charging points that are out there, the better for everyone.
Electrification is part of the future.
Electric vehicles, once a technology of the future, is the car of today. Chris Bridgewater switched from gas-powered to an electric vehicle 2 years ago.
I just wanted a car that was a little easier to maintain, one that didn't consume fossil fuels, and then one that had a high-performance capability, and that kind of all came together in an electric vehicle.
Chuck Kelly at Kelly Chevrolet says Bridgewater is one of many people making the switch.
Well, the sales are definitely trending up. We know that electrification is part of the future, and we know that by 2035, all Chevrolets will be either electric or hydrogen fuel cell.
And to meet the growing demand, the city of Fort Wayne will install a network of 27 new EV charging stations at 10 spots around the city, including downtown. That way, EV drivers can easily find a place to recharge. Bridgewater thinks it'll make the city more attractive to outsiders.
If I lived in an outlying area, if I lived over in Ohio, if I lived in southern Michigan and I was coming down to Fort Wayne to visit, I would want that.
Director of Public Works Sean Guno-Ardina says this is part of the city's goal to attract visitors. A $90,000 grant from the VW emissions settlement is helping offset some of the installation costs.
Within the next 5 years, that the automotive industry is going to make pretty much every vehicle that is being produced available with an electric option. And we want to make sure when that happens that we are ready with our infrastructure so that we don't get behind when it comes to marketing ourselves as a viable community for any economic development.
The city's other goal, to become more environmentally friendly. Guno-Ardina says studies from the Department of Energy says if they build it, they will come.
As long as the infrastructure is available, you will have more people purchasing electric vehicles.
The installation of the new network is expected to begin spring of this year and end at the end of 2022. The full list of locations for these new electric charging stations can be found on our website, WFFT.com. Reporting live in Fort Wayne, Caleb Saylor, Fox 55 News.